Ah, we're doing fireworks. Seems like my mic is being selective of what it picks up at the moment. Uh, I'm gonna hold my mic so I can get personal about it. Uh, should probably open up chats. All right, and I'm gonna mute my mic on that end. And I'm gonna take this out because I ain't ready to stream and stuff at the moment. I just want to sit here and chat with you guys for a minute about something that happened recently. And I am going to turn this into its own video that's going to be uploaded as not as a VOD, but as a clip, probably explaining some things. So, if you guys are big time fans, which I highly doubt that there are, if you guys are fans of this channel, you know that I do podcasts. I have two podcasts going. One about Thoughts with Isaac Williams, where I get into my personal thoughts about things and stuff like that. And what's the other one called? Nerd Opinions, which is a show I host for my brother. Pretty much dead at this point because we ain't made a new episode in like God knows how fucking long we made one. And if you guys have fireworks in the back, because it's the day before 4th of July and people get antsy and shit. So I tried making a new podcast with my friend Sam. His name's Sam Vlogs. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description of the upload of the clip. And we were going to make a show together because, you know, I'm always over at his house and Sam has a really great setup that can be turned into a podcasting area. And I was thinking, like, perfect chance to do it. And I decided, you know what? Like, we're going to record today and get into it. And we did. We recorded about an hour's worth of content, probably hours, 30 minutes at least. And we just get into like shit that shouldn't even be on the internet. Personal things about our friends, personal things about our family, stuff that we shouldn't even be saying. And I felt like bad about it. Like, not bad, but like I did feel bad. I did feel bad. But after the recording was over, I went into it. I was listening to it, and I said, man, some of this shit probably shouldn't even be in here. Let me ask the people that we are talking about if we're allowed to put in the podcast. I did ask them. I did not give them specifics of what we talked about. They just thought it was just us just making jokes about, like, small jokes about, like, shit that we've been through and shit like that over the years. They did not know that we go into context about shit that was personal to them. Things that were just private and should remain private. And they gave me fucking hell about it. Like, I'm talking like they were so mad to the point where they wouldn't even speak to me. And one person who never gets mad at me was so mad at me they didn't want to talk to me. And when they did talk to me, they made their words short. And yeah, I felt like shit. So I went in and took the fucking podcast down. Took that whole thing down. And there were topics in it that one of my friends said that his mom had to watch the podcast. And he said that, you know, he feels embarrassed that she knows that and she shouldn't be knowing that. And to that mom, sorry, fireworks. The fuck are they shooting out there? Dragon? Okay, yeah, keep going. I'll give you one more. They're shooting fireworks. Man, they are taking a while. Nope. Sell more. Damn. All right, I think that's it. To that mom, I deeply apologize. I'm so sorry that I talked about that, and I know how uncomfortable that must have made you. It was not my place to be the one to talk about it, and it wasn't my place to be the one to learn it from. I'm so sorry to you and your kids. Or kid, because there's only like one person that got one of your kids that were affected by this. Well, your other kids, they had to hear it too, but I highly doubt they watch this channel. I'm so fucking sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And I wish, and to everyone else, I wish there was a way I can go back and not put it up. I wish there was a way I could have just said, let's not talk about that, let's talk about this other thing that isn't as bad as what this topic is. Me and my friends have already made up about this, but I feel like it's to you guys, I need to make it up with you. The ones who I'm not in immediate contact with, the ones that I do know that watch this channel that I'm not in contact with all 24/7, I am sorry. You shouldn't have to hear any of that. I'm not going to blame anyone else but me. The podcast was my idea. Sam wasn't even talking half the podcast. He was just sitting there hearing me rant. David was also in the podcast, but David didn't say any bad thing. He was just talking about, how his life is and stuff like that in response to the fucked up things I be saying. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I wish I can go back and not do that anymore. I remember the initial time that they messaged me and told me that they were mad about this. I'll admit I was a little mad that they were mad at me about it, because I thought, well, I told you that I was doing this. Why didn't you tell me to stop it? Pretty much me being a fucking bitch and trying to put the blame on someone else other than me. But in a moment, I realized I need to mature about this. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I need to fess up to the fact that I've done it. And I want to say sorry. For the billionth time since I fucking started the stream, I'm so fucking sorry that I've done that. I'm so sorry I've said those things, and I really wish I could go back and fix it. But like I said, I can't. The damage been done. You heard all that fucked up shit. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have to hear it. But like I said, the damage is done. And hopefully one day, which probably never happened, we can get past it. And you can look at me as how I used to. You look at me with the same trust that you always had. And I wish I could name drop them, but I've done that enough. So if you're watching this and, if you were mentioned in that stream and I said some pretty messed up things about you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I love you, and I will never do that again. Anyway. I guess I'll just end the stream. I don't really know where to go from here. So, yeah. Oh, happy 4th of July, everyone. Sorry. Happy 4th of July.